Hi all, and welcome to my new video related to Bitcoin education. This will be the 15th and the last video related to explaining the blockchain because we arrive at the end and it will be the conclusion. So as a disclaimer will be this presentation is for educational purpose only. It is not a financial advice. Last time I'm saying that I'm referring to these two books, The Basics of Bitcoins and Blockchains and Blockchain Basics, written by Anthony Lewis and Daniel Drescher. If you are interested about blockchain, I strongly recommend you to spend time to read these books. For me, are the best in order to understand the blockchain from technological and technical perspective and without being a software developer and to work in computer science. This is the list of videos I made. I think we can spend a few minutes in order to have a recap. Firstly, we discuss about the double spending problem. So for every solution, firstly, the first point will be which is the problem that Satoshi was trying to solve and solved. It was the double spending problem. Then we introduced the blockchain, highlighting that it was not coming from nowhere, but there was already a long history behind. Then we introduced two technologies, public key cryptography and hash functions that are useful in order to understand the blockchain. Then we had 10 videos to move that represent each step to move from a centralized system to a decentralized system. The first problem is that in a centralized system there are accounts, and these accounts needs permission and authentication. The solution used by Satoshi Nakamoto use public key cryptography. I use public key as account number. Then the second problem will be that transactions need to be authenticated, like the password in a bank, that in your account for a bank, and the solution will be to use digital signatures. Then the next problem is we have a single central bookkeeper in a bank, and the solution will be to replicate the books. And then we had how we order these transactions. The solution will be to create blocks, to create batches of transactions. But then the next topic will be who can create these blocks and how often. Then the solution will be the elegant, very elegant solution will be proof of work. And then we know that miners creating blocks, how we incentivize them, because they need to use time, energy, and electricity. And the solution will be to incentivize them with block rewards and transactions fees. But then we have more hashing, faster blocks. With advanced technology, we have more monetary supply. We need Bitcoin to be scarce and scarcer to be good money. So which is the solution? The solution will be to use the difficulty adjustment. The next step will be that is the core of the blockchain and the most important video, how we order the block. We know that miners create blocks, but how we order the blocks and is to create a blockchain. And the last two topics will be if there are two blocks valid created at the same time, how the system reach consensus is the reach consensus through the rule the longest chain rule. And also thanks to the rule longest chain rule, in order to be sure that the transaction is listed in the blockchain, the recommendation is to wait about 6 blocks, around 1 hour for big transactions. And now we are now at the conclusion. Let's start with some topics that we referred in the introduction and in the double spending problem. So till 2008, there were only two ways to transfer value: physically, transfer of tokens like cash or gold, or digitally, but using a third party, updating a ledger. Examples are credit card or PayPal. And Bitcoin solves the double spending problem. It prevents that without a third party, money can be double spent. Problem also known as the Byzantine generals problem. And Bitcoin breakthrough from technological perspective is that it allows to transfer money digitally without the need of third party to handle and order the transaction. And this is a big technological revolution. I want also to highlight that, as discussed in the introduction, contrary to popular belief, Bitcoin didn't come out from nowhere. The idea of digital cash has a long and rich history. While Bitcoin is a breakthrough in many ways, many technical parts were already existing already, like public key, cryptography, peer-to-peer networks, digital signature, cryptographic hash functions, cryptographic timestamps, hash chains, proof of work. And in fact, Satoshi didn't invent any clever algorithm or cryptography primitive. Instead, he found a way to combine existing technology in an ingenious way, using economic incentives and game theory to bootstrap and secure the system. The art of cryptography is way more ancient than that, dating back as far as 1900 BC. Satoshi was able to build upon various technology and protocols, some of which go back 50 years and more. Most important were digital signature and public key cryptography more than 40 years ago. And you can see there is a big history before that allowed Satoshi to create Bitcoin. In fact, various digitally cash systems have been developed before Bitcoin. All of them failed eventually, and all for similar reason. And there were six in particular that were important. I discuss in the video the history of digital money. If you want to deep dive, you can watch this video. The main point is Satoshi was standing on the shoulder of giants who have built several different technologies previous to him. He combined all of them, he had the difficulty adjustment, and the result was to have magic internet money, the best form of money the humanity has ever had. And which are for me the conclusion? Firstly, is the blockchain is technology that allowed to create the best form of money humanity has ever had. And it's very important, on the 31st October 2008, the moment when Satoshi Nakamoto sent the email with the Bitcoin white paper to the cyberpunk community, the course of humanity changed for the better because humanity will flourish thanks to have better money. In the exact moment when Satoshi clicked this email, our humanity, the course of humanity changed, as it changed when Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press, as it changed when the steam engine was created, as it changed when the Wright brothers in 1903 make the first airplane fly. We had the first airplane, as it changed with the invention of internet. And the fact that most of the financial world is still not getting it, it doesn't change that the course of humanity change. And it's just a matter of time for the rest of the world to understand Bitcoin and to understand that on that night, as said, the moment when Satoshi Nakamoto sent the email with the Bitcoin white paper, the course of the humanity changed for the better. That's it from my side. I hope you enjoyed the 15 videos how I explain the blockchain. For me, it's very interesting. It is one of the three important topics you should know about Bitcoin. The first is monetary value proposition, and I already made several videos. Then I made these 15 videos about the technology revolution, technology and value proposition and breakthrough. And the third will be the energetic value proposition. And for this, I will make in the next days 7 new videos to explain how Bitcoin mining works. I hope you enjoyed this video and all the 15 videos on blockchain and in general my videos. Thanks and have a nice day and see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye.